Hey guys, okay, this is your absolute beginner's guitar lesson. Lesson 1, part A, is how to tune your guitar. Again, the whole goal here is to remember what the notes are for each string. And so the way that your guitar strings are numbered, just so you know, is let's say string number 1, and it starts here at the high string. So that's your string number 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just so you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, but the thing is when we say the notes of these strings, we kind of say them backwards, 6 to 1. So we say E, A, D, G, B, E. And I've created some very exciting mnemonic devices for you to remember by, I think you can come up with your own, but some of those should work for you. So again, here's our notes. E, A, D, G, B, E. So this is the low E, this is the high E. Okay, now one of the things I told you in that little note about how to tune your guitar, and this is a big deal, is, let's say, now my guitar went a little sharp. That note's a little higher than it should be. You hear I went down lower and then tighten it back up. You never want to tune down to the note, because if you leave it there, then it's going to go flat. It's going to drift on you. But if you're always tightening up to the note, you know, kind of dip down below it and then bring it back tight, then you're going to be okay. Okay, we're back. We're in tune. So again, E, A, D, G, B, E. Now real quick, I'm going to go into how to find notes on the guitar. You already know what these strings are if I just play them, right? E, A, D, G, B, E. Open, no fretting, nothing. That's what those notes are going to be. Now, look at your guitar neck and you'll notice there's these dots in different places along this fretboard, right? And they're in strategic locations, and most guitars are going to have kind of similar markings. And one of the things that I want you to notice is there's one fret in particular that has a double dot on it. Can you find that? Yes, you can. It's right there. That's the 12th fret. Now the thing that's interesting about the 12th fret is the 12th fret is where we start over. So what I mean by that is right now we've got E, A, D, G, B, E. Well, if I go up here and I'm going to fret all the way across here, Sean, like we did today, and then I can play these notes. It's going to be a whole octave higher, but it's going to be E, A, D, G, B, E. So it's those same notes. So that's one way that I can find, you know, another E, another A, another D, another G, another B, and another E. It's just up here at the 12th fret. I know that they're there, okay? So now I can find them open, and I can find them at the 12th fret. Here's another way that you can find the same note. Like you can play one note and then you can play the octave higher of that note. And that works for these, basically these bottom two strings. You can do it for this string and this string. And what that comes down to, and I'll show you real quick, is I call it basically up two, down two. And what I mean by that is we'll play this note right here, for example. Sorry, that's the wrong note. I'm playing this low E string, and it doesn't matter where, but I'm playing this low E string, and what I want to do is I want to go up toward the guitar body 2 frets. So I'm here, I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I'm going to go down, which is actually higher note, to be confusing as possible, but down meaning toward my feet or toward the ground. 1, 2 strings. So that note is the same note as that note. It's just an octave higher. So I happen to know that that's a B, and that's the octave. But if I came up here to this E, because we know that this is the 12th fret, and I play that E right there, and then I go 2 frets toward the body, and then I go 2 strings toward the floor, then that's going to be an octave. So those are both going to be E's. Now I hope that makes sense, but that's a way to find, if you know where one note is, that's a way to find another E. And the reason that that's important is because a lot of times with the guitar, it doesn't matter whether you're playing a low one or a high one. You know, you're just wanting to play a chord, and you need to have that E hiding in the chord somewhere. And so it doesn't really matter where you grab it as long as it's in there. And so it's just a different way to kind of figure out what to play. So just keep that in mind. Now, the next thing I'm going to go over real quick is bead bag, and this is the thing that Darryl really wanted to see. And so let me again pay attention to these dots on the guitar. We know this is the 12th fret, right? And if you look at these dots, they're basically every other fret starting at the 3rd fret. So it goes 3, 5, 7, 9, and then it gets funky and skips up here to 12. So 3, 5, 7, and 9 usually have dots. What we want to do right now is we want to get to the 7th fret, okay? The 3rd dot up from the bottom. Now this is the 7th fret, and I want to grab that low E string. I'm going to hold it down and play that note. That's my low E string at the 7th fret. That's a B. That's the B for bead and bag, okay? So the goal here is to find the B. 7th fret, low E string. I'm fretting it there. That's the B in bead bag. Now, the whole point of bead and bag is that it's just a way to remember what notes you're going to get if you go from if you play different strings, or if you play at different spots on this low E string. So this is the B. If I play different strings, I go to the next string, it's E, and then I go to the next string after that, it's A, and the next string after that, it's D. So again, B, E, A, D. I'm staying in the 7th fret, I'm just playing the next higher string, and that spells again bead. Okay, and again I'm on the 3rd dot or the 7th fret. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frets up. Okay, bead. So that way I'll always know that's a B, that's always going to be an A, and I can find my octaves from there like I just showed you, etc., etc. Now bag. See those dots? The 3 dots, 7, 5, and 3, meaning those are the frets, 7th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret. I'm going to play that low E string at those frets, and that's going to spell bag. So if I start in the same B, so I lied, that's the B, 7th fret, right there. B, A, G. So again, B, A, G. So bead, across here, B, E, A, D, bag, B, A, G. That's all you need to know for now. Hopefully you can now find a bunch of notes on your guitar neck, and probably find all of them, and you're in good shape. So next lesson we'll talk about power chords and how to move them around.